Hey guys, what's up? Today I'm going to show you how to make a time, or a clock that's like this. So it displays the time here and it has AM or PM. So as you can see, I have the time up here, and then every time this changes, this also changes. So let's get started. So as you can see, I have a project open and Visual Studio Code opened, and I created an index.html, style.css, and script.js. So let's go in there, index.html, and then type an exclamation point and enter to get the boilerplate code. So just make the title whatever you want, but I'm gonna do clock. Now let's do link, CSS tab, and in here it's already gonna put style.css. To check if that's the same as this file, you can just do control and click. If it goes to this file, then it's the exact same. Now let's do script, source tab, and set it to your script.js. Make sure you defer this so it loads after the body. So the only thing we have to do in the HTML is just do h1 with the ID of time and the class of time, and that's it. So now we won't see anything because nothing is in the h1, but to see what we were going with, I'm just going to put time here. So this is where we're going to display the time. So let's go into our style.css file and let's select the body with removing the padding and no margin 2. So margin 0. And then let's do height 100% and width 100%. And then we're gonna do display flex, justify content center, and align item center. And let's also make the background black. So hashtag 000. And now the color is going to be white. So hashtag FFF. And let's just do .time. Then we're going to do text align center, font size 72 pixels, and that's it. So this is how it will look like. So now this is the final part, and this is the script.js. This is going to be the longest part. So before I say how long it is, let's just make a variable called display seconds. Seconds. Let's set that equal to 0. What this will do is, if you recognize, then once this hits a minute, this is going to be 1, right? So this is going to be a 0, so this 3 is going to be a 0. So in a minute, you'll see that this will change and then this will have a 0. So that's what display seconds does. So now let's do display minutes. Or actually, I'll copy this. And you see there's a 0 here now. So let's just do display minutes. And display hours. So then they all have a 0 in front. And let's make the session AM. So then this is the session. So you see it's AM. That's what the session variable is gonna handle, if it's AM or PM. So session equals AM. And now let's make a function, and it's gonna be called show time. It has no parameters. So let's make a variable called date, set that equal to new date. So we get the date. And now let's do let seconds equal date dot get seconds. So this will get the seconds from the date. And now let's copy this and paste it. This is going to be called minutes and hours. And hours. And here it's going to be get minutes. And here it's going to be get hours. So let's put an if statement. So if seconds is less than 10, then we want to say display seconds is equal to 0 in double quotes or single quotes because it's a string, plus seconds dot toString. So then we can convert it into a number to a string. And let's say else display seconds is equal to seconds dot toString again. And now I'll just copy this and paste it. And now instead of this seconds, we're gonna put minutes. Display seconds is gonna be display minutes, and just change this to all to minutes. So minutes and minutes. And now the hours thing is going to be a little bit different. So here it's going to be if hours is exactly equal to 0, then hours is equal to 12, because this is not a 24-hour clock. don't want it to be a 24-hour clock, otherwise it'll be pretty hard to read. And there's no else statement, but this is actually going to be another if. And then the condition is hours is less or greater than 12. Then we want to say hours is equal to hours minus 12, or in other things, like another way to do it is minus equals 12. You should already know that. And the session is gonna be equal to PM. Now, the final thing to do is to make this time be like the time we set here. So right now, the time will be 11:53:28. So we have to make that time this, like the time. So let's just do document.querySelector, and then we're gonna select time dot inner text is gonna be equal to hours plus a colon, and then plus display minutes, because that is where we're gonna get the 0. So display minutes plus colon plus display seconds plus colon. No, there's no colon. There's gonna be 2 spaces here, and let's do plus session. So I'll say, oops. I will say the time plus the session we got here. So if we refresh that, I don't think it will do it. And now we can copy this and to display it here, I'm gonna do document.querySelector time.text content. So now I should remove this time thingy. What's happening? Nothing here. Oh, we're never calling the function. So let's do set interval, because we're gonna update the seconds every 1,000 milliseconds. So set interval show time, and this function takes another parameter, which is how many milliseconds. In this case, we're gonna do 1,000. Now we're calling it, and it should display it. So, right? There's no difference. It's just counting every 1 second. So that's how you make a clock. So if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and press that notification bell so when I upload more videos, you won't miss them out. So just scroll down, just click that subscribe, like it, and I'll see you in the next video.